Hi, I'm Elise Gibbs, and this is Structure and Function Lesson 4 for 3rd grade. This lesson is called Adaptations. It can be covered over a span of 2 days due to the length of the project at the end. Students create their own experiment. It is important that students do all of the reading necessary out of their student booklets in order to create their experiment. This is where they record their data and information for the experiment that they've created. So these cards, students will use these cards to classify animals from with information that they've learned in previous lessons. So for example, they've experienced being a duck and capturing food, so they may find another bird to match that up with, as well as they've analyzed types of teeth such as coyotes have. They may classify that with other meat eaters, carnivores. These cards are great set up at a station for students to use and rotate through. After they're finished classifying and identifying parts of animals, they move on to creating their experiment. So today's lesson is all about camouflage as another means of protection for an animal and survival. So students are encouraged to think about the classroom floor as a landscape that needs to be an animal needs to blend into. For example, my classroom, the carpet is blue, green, and brown, a mixture of blue, greens, and browns. So my students usually come up with the idea of using the blue, green, and brown paper to create animals that might blend into the carpet space. They also identify black, red, and white as animals that might not blend in and would be more easily found. The goal is for students to create some way to test this hypothesis. So I usually encourage them to cut the papers into small squares. However, they need to decide how many squares they're going to cut, how many they're going to spread out on the floor, and then they need to figure out how to time themselves. Students use this page in their booklet to record their information. It's really important to ask them to make sure to question each other. So for example, if somebody wants to cut really tiny blue pieces and somebody wants to cut really large red pieces, it might not be fair on the way things are seen on the floor. And then give them a time limit, 15 seconds to pick up as many. A great idea is to assign each kid a color in their group, and they all have 15 seconds to pick up as many pieces of the color as possible. And usually it comes out that the blue, green, and brown have fewer picked up because they're harder to isolate on the floor.